What's going on, everybody? My name is Robin. Some of you might know me as Duffman, or maybe it's the other way around. I'm not really sure. Does this video ever see the light of day? We'll see. I still haven't uploaded anything by this point when I'm recording this, so we'll never know. But big news today. Big news! Not today, actually. It happened yesterday, but I just couldn't talk about it. I didn't feel like talking about it. I talked about it a lot, but I didn't feel like talking to myself about it. But yesterday, I went to the Japanese Immigrations Bureau in Shinagawa, Tokyo, and I got handed this beautiful rejection letter. I got rejected. They don't want me here in Japan. I'm gonna have to go back to Sweden. I'm leaving like sometime next month. Like I'm recording this like June 15th. I'll probably leave Japan around like 17th, 18th or something, maybe, depending on what prices I can find for flight tickets that work the best for me. But oh boy, that ain't fun. That fucking sucks. It's horrible. Or it's not horrible, but it fucking sucks. It's so like, cause I've spent 3 months just waiting for the government to actually make a decision about my visa. Does he get to stay? Does he have to leave? And like it just boiled down. It boiled down to what the only real worry that I had about my education. I don't have a university degree. I don't have a bachelor's degree. I don't have a 4-year education in that way. So they couldn't let me work within the field that I wanted to this time, which would be as an English teacher. I could still get a job in Japan, working as a designer or an artist in some kind of way. But the job I applied for, or the job, actually they offered me the job, right? The company that offered me the job was to work as an English teacher. And they didn't accept that. Even though, and I could go on like a complete, I could go on a 30-minute tangent, 30-minute rant about how other people with like similar levels of education still have been able to get this visa. But that just sounds like I'm like talking down on them. Like, that's awesome that they got it. I just feel salty that I didn't get mine, of course, right? But yeah, and I'm like pissed off because it took them 3 months to say something that they could have just looked at my fucking papers and like, you know what? Yeah, it's not enough, right? It took them 3 months to make that decision. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I went to the immigration office the same day as one of my coworkers. And that was like pure coincidence. We actually met at the immigration office, right? But they handed in their application to, I think it was renew their visa. But that was finished like within a month. I had friends that applied for a work visa like after me, like while I was still waiting. I'd been waiting for like a month. And then one of my friends, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna work for this company. I handed in my application and I'm going to pick up my visa 1 month later. So it's like they must have taken their time to look at my application, and for some reason it took them 3 months to come to the decision that feels like it would be the one thing where they're like, you know what, yeah, sorry, right? Because like that's the explanation I got. I went to the immigration office. I honestly, I actually thought that I got the visa because they sent me this envelope with this little notice in it where it said like, okay, bring these things to the immigration office. Bring your passport, bring your residence card, bring this note that we got you, and bring 4,000 yen. Which, like, that one is what made me think like, okay, I got it. Because if you get rejected, you don't have to pay money, right? That's like paying someone to like not let you get into a club, right? Like you stand in line for the door, you go up there and they're like, all right, entrance fee, and then like, here you go, and then they're like, all right, fuck off, right? That feels like that would have been stupid. But they told me to they told me to bring it, or to bring the 4,000 yen. I even had to borrow money from my friend because like I'm low on cash right now. So I borrowed money from my friend in order to like make sure that I could get the visa as soon as possible, so I could start working as soon as possible, or start working full time as soon as possible. And then it turns out that wasn't the case, right? So that feels like that just makes it feel even worse. But yeah, so now I have to go back to Sweden. I'm looking for a job right now. Like I'm perusing around trying to see if I can do anything, at least like something that I want to do. Because like when I've been working before, like at least in Sweden, here in Japan, actually as an English teacher, I started out with more like a means to an end. Like I had to have a job because I was not, I didn't have enough money like without it, right? But it turned out to become like it became something that I love doing. Like I love teaching. It's super fun. It's like really rewarding as well. But um, back in Sweden, all the jobs that I've had has been more just like I need money, like zero. And then like I kept doing those jobs, and like I didn't hate them, but it was like not at all what I wanted to do. It's like I didn't grow to like them more. It was just like, well, I don't dislike this as much as I did when I started. Basically, is what happened. So now I'm trying to find something that I really want to do. But yeah, so looking for that now, looking into how to get all my shit home, like back, or not home, like back to Sweden. Like I feel like this is my home right now, but I have to go to Sweden, right? And that's like the biggest problem I have. Like, how do I get all the stuff that I want to keep back home to Sweden? That's like the huge, like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know how to do that. Because there's a lot of stuff now. When I came here first time, like when I came back here 2 years ago, oh wow, it's even more than 2 years ago now. But either way, when I came back here, I only had like a suitcase filled with shit and a backpack and my laptop, and that was like it. But now I have a ton of shit that I like. What do I save? What do I throw away? What do I like? I don't know what to do with everything. So I got to figure that shit out. I got to make sure that I pack my suitcase with the stuff that I want to make sure that actually gets to Sweden, like, at a relatively good pace. Like, I wanted to get there, like, fast enough, but not too, like, I don't know what I'm saying. Either way, I think you understand, right? I want to get, like, as much stuff as possible that I want to use as soon as possible back to Sweden, because I can't afford sending shit by, like, express mail, most likely. I'm trying to look into that as well. Like, what would be the cheapest way to send all my stuff? Would I send by, like, is it DHL or is it through the Japanese postal service? I don't know which one. I have a laptop that I want to send, but it's got like a lithium ion battery, which is a big thing. Like, if you want to send it from Japan, like, it could end up like, all right, I have to bring the battery myself, and then I can send the laptop separately, and like it's this whole thing, right? So I got to figure out what to do with all that stuff. But yeah, that's my situation right now. It's not the best. It's not horror. Like, it's not the worst case scenario, or it is the worst case scenario technically. Like, we can go into semantics. Well, worst case scenario is if you would die, right? But like, it feels like a worst case scenario, right? It's one of the worst cases. I got rejected, and now I have 1 month to just pack up my life and get the fuck out of this country, right? And I've talked to some people. They said, like, maybe you could, like, try to reapply, stuff like that. And as far as I'm aware right now, I've tried to look it up online. I haven't got a lot. Like, most of the sources that I look up is, like, specifically, like, the Japanese Immigration Bureau. And it basically says that if I get rejected, I have to wait 6 months to reapply for a different job. And like, I also, like, I got this thing where, like, if you want, you can try to contest this decision or whatever, but I'm not going to do that, because like it makes sense. It makes sense. It was a gamble to begin with, me trying to get this visa when I don't have the correct education for it, even though, like, I don't know, like, it feels like such a thing, right? I've been doing this job for more than a year, basically, and it, like, I've proven that I'm able to do it, and the company is the one that wants me. Like, they're trying to hire me, they're giving the reasons and everything. It's not me, like, or of course it's me, but I'm not the one who started the process, right? It's because they want to have me, and still, like, it's just a bunch of bullshit, right? Let's boil it down to that. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Because they just don't want to let, like, anyone in here, right? Of course, that makes sense. Well, makes sense to a lot of countries except for except for Sweden. I don't know. I'm not gonna get all political about that. I'm sorry. But yeah, whatever. Oh no, that small offhand comment could like bite me in the ass. I'm gonna keep it in though. I'm just gonna keep it in just because I think it's fun that people would get super upset about that. But either way, yeah, I don't think I think that's it for now. All right, but okay, everybody. It's been great talking to you. I hope you're having a great day. And if you're not having a great day, and even if you're having a great day, remember that every day can always get better. All right? Bye now.